Oh, should we start that bit again? I had a brain fart.
It's a little bigger than
just
some that we see, isn't it?
Just for size 12 boot.
Funny bugger.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you about what's going on with this TD5. Rob, the owner of this TD5, contacted me somewhat, I want to say about a year ago, with intentions to tune his TD590. And as everyone keeps asking on the channel, why don't we feature more TD5s? And the answer is, guys, we don't actually see a lot of them. It's probably because I'm a little bit biased towards the TD5s, especially in the Discovery 2s, because I worked on one at a very young age and had nothing but headaches, nightmares with injectors, the fuel pumps, the electrics, the fact that who submerges an electronic ignition loom inside an engine? That to me is just crazy, because everyone that knows that the TD5 is famous for pushing the oil from the injection system down the loom into the ECU, and ECUs and oil don't mix. So that's why I dislike them. But don't get me wrong, as you know that we are dealers for a live tuning, Gary has convinced me that the TD5 actually is a good engine when they run and when they run properly. So anyway, back to this project in hand. So this week, the lads have been busy. You'll notice these are running the 2.65 pre-runner shocks. We're running a plus 1 inch spring to basically balance this vehicle out. As you know, it's got roof tent, full EXO cage. It's got plenty of extras on this car. So I'm going to talk you through what we're doing. So this car is going to be coming with us on Scram 2023. Me, Mauro and Rob. And Rob, and I believe one of his friends who's coming with him, is a shotgun passenger. And Rob approached me and said, Dave, what can you do to make my car more reliable? So straight away I was like, right, we need to get electric fan on there, because if the viscous was to pack in, I want to get that electric fan on permanently to help this car cool in Morocco. So as you can see behind here, we've gone with probably the biggest fan Spal actually offer, and it almost looks like it's got electronic motor of a fan packed on the back of it. It's that strong. And we're going to go with thermatic switches, and we're also going to give them an override switch in case this thermatic switch packs in. So, you know, a backup for a backup, if you like. I've also advised that we run twin electric fans on the front, so we've got a backup in case that fan packs up. Because we're in the middle of Africa, guys, parts are not easily available, and we want to be able to get onto them as soon as you know, we can get our hands on them effectively. So I'll talk you through what's going on here. We've gone for the full Ali Sport silicone hose upgrade kit, because what we found is some of these hoses, Land Rover's ingenious method, some of these hoses have got rub marks that have been rubbing together. And again, I don't want to be in the middle of Africa and let's say a 50-pound hose let us down. I want to be enjoying a beer and enjoying the trip and the scenery with this guy, because there's nothing more embarrassing if a car breaks down and my name's attached to the side of it. And let's go underneath. So underneath you'll notice some very shiny axle cases, as you'll see in some next photos that I can supply you. So I couldn't leverage all Rob's savings out of him. So I managed to get axle cases replaced. He's gone with some nice black billet drive flanges. We've gone with Gwyn Lewis's stainless sumo bars, one of our steering dampeners. You'll notice on the front there we've changed the drop arm for, most people call it the Discovery version. That's basically to eradicate the drop arm issue that most Defenders suffer with. And also we have to carry less spares, because we can just carry a joint opposed to a spare drop arm and a spare joint. So we're just going to carry a spare left hand and right hand track rod end. This car's also had Super Pro bushes throughout, and people that use Super Pro will know that they come with lifetime warranty. And we're yet to see a failed Super Pro joint, so that's why we use them. And we're also going to carry some spares of the most important ones, things like radius arms, track rod ends, panhard bushes, things that we know that if someone hits a sand dune or they hit a rock hard, we're going to carry a spare, because that'll suit the 3 cars that we're taking on Scram. And if you look under here, you'll just see how gigantic these shock absorbers actually are. So the guys at ProTech have actually made us some custom branding, as you can see there, and they've also done them in our nice black. And you'll notice here we've gone with some really heavy duty side protection, because if he gets stuck, we want to be able to jack off the side of this car. So when it comes to the front, we wanted this vehicle to be equipped. So we've gone with an equip bumper. These are made in Italy, guys, and they come with some monstrous recovery points. And what I love about these, they twizzle, so it takes the strain off your ropes and your winch access points. And then, of course, I called our friends at Red Winches who supplied us this Explorer 2, the most powerful one in the range. And as you notice there, big 12-volt motor. This comes with a low dart, and you've also got to run an onboard compressor. So we're going to be running a constant duty compressor with this vehicle. So they've got air for blowing up tyres, deflating tyres. You know, if they're in the middle of the desert, obviously traction is important from deflating the tyres, even just 10 PSI. We've got an air free spool here, so we can literally load our up and it opens the front wheel. So on, off with the free spool there, so self-recovery is super easy. And these winches will pull that truck with ease. So there you have it. This is Scram 110. We're yet to give it a maker name because it is going to get a maker plate because he spent a fair few pennies with me. And there you have it. So tune in next week and we'll be having this thing up the road and doing some road testing. So it's well equipped, ready for it.
What are we doing here, Jacob?
What we're doing is, well, we've had to do a few more bits than what we thought we'd have to be doing, like these axle casings. We have to change the axle casings because the old ones were all very, very crusty, and for what this is, I believe this one's going to the same place as what the Scram 90 is going to, I believe. So at the minute we're just making it a bit more bulletproof. So it's got these massive shocks that we put on yesterday. So I've got Super Pro bushes on it, and yeah, upgraded. What else have we got? Upgraded the steering damper. It's got these nice side steps that have been put on. Which, what other bits and bobs has it got? It's got a nice big radiator to go in. Yeah, and then also it's had a new exhaust system put on from the turbo back. It's got one of the stage, I believe it's stage 2 transfer box. It's got new gearbox, new clutch. So yeah, giving it most of the bells and whistles really. But as you can see on the back as well, it's got a great big extended fuel tank. So yeah, sure you're going to have lots of fun in it. But yeah, these shocks, I can't really describe how massive they are.
Throw her arm next to it.
They're pretty beefy. Yeah, they're quite beefy boys, but yeah, it's coming together quite nice. Really.
So guys, please like and subscribe. We need to get this channel growing. So tell your friends and like, subscribe and pass it on.
That's it in flush.
Oh, Jacob.
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 Yeah. The ones I tightened.
Yeah.
I might as well just make it actually.
Okay, Jacob, what's gone on the rear end of this car?
On the rear end we have some bigger shocks, new springs, new rear arms, and we have a new exhaust system. We have a new axle casing, but we kept the rear diff, the old diff, and then we're keeping the old brakes because the customer wanted to keep all that original. But these are the new parts.
Do you remember what lube we're using in the diffs here?
This is Shropshire 201. That's what this is called. So this is what we're going to be putting in front and rear. So fill it up, put a little note on this side of the diff saying when we filled it up and what we filled it up with. So yeah, same front and rear. And you want to fill it up till it starts, that's not a dribbling from it being full, but till it starts dribbling out a little bit.
And why do you use Swepco 201?
Oh, just nice and lubey.
I think you'll find if you watch our previous video from the 4x4 Expo, it's because of the cohesive and adhesive properties compared to other lubricants.
Well remembered, Ben.
I'll have to put a link to the other video rather than you telling us.
That is a very good idea.
Yeah.
Then we can get some more views as well. I only watch the ones with Darren's in. Just saying, I only watch the videos that you're in.
Yeah. Right, buddy.
What's happening here?
So we've had this clutch and flywheel all checked and reconditioned, ready to go back on this Julie. It's just heavy work. Everything we do about it is heavy. Takes two of you, lift it up, hold it in place, put it all back up, torque them all up with the right settings, and then gotta lift that back up to it. Be fun.
It's a little bigger than
Just a tad.
see, isn't it?
Just for size 12 boot. Makes it look like a baby's foot. She's a big one. Takes a couple of you to balance it while you got it on the stands. Everything's just like 10 times bigger.
Was it Dodge, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ram.
it's a Dodge Ram 6.7 Cummins.
Is that the standard engine that comes in it?
No, they do
Or has it
5.9
been
as
upgraded?
well. They just change over the years and stuff. There's 6-speed manual, obviously for the clutch. Better if you have an auto and you don't have to go through this miver. Just big. Got it? Come on. That's it. Oh.
The real man would have done that himself.
Louis! His face went right red.
My
That's it.
Well, oh no.
Last day was in there last week and holding it up out of the way while we moved.
Ah, you.
Hey?
Hey.
please like and subscribe. We need to get this channel growing, so tell your friends and like, subscribe and pass it on.
Right, Nick, what are you working on here?
Just designing a Screenwash tank that'll be available for everyone to buy. Currently making, I'd call it a press that will get made out of steel. It's made out of plywood for now, so we can get the right shape. So that would have started off as a flat piece of aluminium. Goes in there and basically press that in the press. Take it back out, trim it back, and that's what we end up with, minus a hole. So that's going to live somewhere there. Going to aim for 5 litres or so. Not huge, but not too small.
What sort of challenges are you facing with this one?
Challenges are this heated air pipe. So I want it sitting quite flush to the ring, not in the middle here, just so it looks tidy. And it pick up on some fixings on the side there. So I need to make the most of it now to notch around here so we can keep some space. You know, it's not an easy task, like.
We've got the best man on the job.
We'll try.
Going off that with some.
Lube up your bushes. You can just press them in with your hand.
That was in 2 parts, is it? Say all that again without swearing.
Well, I might be contradicting myself because you might need press to push in the crush tube. But at least you don't have to fiddle around like with the radius arms when they try and go oof and shoot off across the across the workshop. Pop, just like that. Then your crush tube goes in the middle of them. Bish, bash, bosh.
So what are these ones?
The,
is it?
Yeah, Super Pro bushes for the panhard rod. Actually, shall we see? Press it in without using the press. Let's see. Not feeling very confident though. Nah, flip that. Do the rest on the butterfly press.
Do a proper job, mate. Come on.
Cut. Don't catch your fingers.
Is this 6.7?
7.69. Yeah, it should be.
Hello, Edwina. There we go. One is in. Didn't say it was hard, I said it was fiddly. Big difference. There we go. Nice and flush. Bish bash bosh. The panhard rod that was on this, it didn't have Super Pro bushes in it, and we lifted it up and we realised why it didn't feel too nice, and that is part of the bush that came out the panhard rod. These bushes are, here's the other, so this one obviously hasn't been quite as mangled, but as you can tell, they are much softer than the Super Pro bushes that we put in. So usually when we've got some of the cars that are running obviously more powerful engines, then that is really one of the reasons why we put Super Pro bushes in them. They're a lot more durable.
So what do we have here? These are the light guards that were on Project Christine. We've sent these away to be powder coated because whoever previously made these, the powder coating wasn't up to scratch. So we've gone the extra mile, like we do with all our customers, is if we see something on the car that we redo, we like to redo them properly. So these have been coated in undercoat and also a top coat in a gloss, like you see there. These live around that there. So Louis will be fitting those after he's finished doing the shifter. Okay, Louis? Yeah. Good lad.
Hey. Not Jacob, Jacob. Let's get the second down.
Should we line it up properly, man? Alright, no fucking time on it.
sure we don't have enough coffee.
Bit of a whippy wipey whoopie.
Listen to that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for liking and subscribing if you do, and if you haven't, please share and tell your friends. But anyway, Project Christine is about to go for a little drive, but just listen to this V8, guys. She sounds absolutely amazing, and check this out. Tom asked me, can I get him a green start button to match his green dash and his green clocks? So check that out. What more can I do than match everything for him? We gave him a nice exhaust note and some nice lights. There you have it. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.